Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and we are back in automation with the Light Campaign V2 in Achana, even though it says Gazmir. And we are playing with Vista Automotive, just having knocked down easily the 100,000 score mark, and we shall progress hopefully far beyond 200,000 in score. Let's see how quickly we can go to 200,000. I think Let's Play will end up at like 300,000 or something. Definitely storming to the top of the rankings. But there might be evil things coming. Even though this is this is pretty ridiculous. This is ridiculous, and we are just starting to produce a massive amount of cars, or well, we can't produce enough. So we are setting up more split up of production right now so that we can cater to all the markets basically. And what we are going to do now is design a new pony and muscle car, as well as a light sports base and light sports premium vehicle, all in one, and up the factory size like crazy. Let's do this. So let's design a new car, and I think this one will be the perfect way to go. It's a two-door. Well, it's definitely not a pony car then, is it? That is kind of good argument, Kirob. That's a good argument. It's not a pony car if it is like a supercar body. Okay, let's focus on the muscle car element then instead, and see how much we can fit in here. Or do we have any better car for this, maybe? Something that is fast enough, but more... could base it on this one. This has a four-door version, of course, but it has massive frontal area. How much does this one have? Oh yeah, that's much faster, much faster. Okay, that's kind of critical. Do we really want to combine those? Because this one doesn't fit a proper engine in there, or it has basically zero practicality. And a pony car still needs practicality, so I could make it into, yeah, what would you say? A muscle premium, a light sports premium, and a super/hypercar. That is achievable with this body, but definitely not a pony category. No, I'm not too sure what to do about this. Maybe we just ignore the pony category for now and continue designing this one. This has a very nice setup in different variants. Oh, this is kind of bad. Do we have anything in... We don't have a fastback version of this. Please make it more fastback. Yay, like this. That should have better aerodynamics then, but no, we don't. Hey, we do need to place a few grills back here because this is rear-engined or mid-engined. Monocoque we are going with, and oh, that might be interesting. Should we go with high strength steel? It has much better stiffness, but we get much lower margin on this one than with our current one, and the engineering times for these are pretty high anyway. So yeah, let's go with mid-transverse and double wishbone, our standard. And then probably partial alloy or full alloy? Oh, partial alloy would be fine. All the quality. And grills, all the grills. Where are the grills? Highly professional grill placement. And from here, let's continue on. Rear-wheel drive. We're not going to make this ultra fancy. It needs to be dash colored. Now it is. And what more do we need? We do need a V12. Can we make it small? Yes, we can. So we are first making the light sports variant, and this one needs to be revving to the moon. How about a 3-liter? 3-liter V12? It's kind of large. Now let's go with a 2.8-liter V12 instead. Or maybe we want to have a little bit of room for this one and make it larger. 3.2 liters and make this one larger to 4 liters. Do we need that much? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, hear me out. Hear me out. Let's see how we are going with this. I don't want to make too many engine factories, you know. So I'm planning on making a kind of budget version which revs even higher. And does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, Killerob. Why would the budget version use just a heavier engine in general? That's not good. It would use less cylinders, that would be better. On the other hand, it could use less stroke and cheaper components. Because this factory already has forged, the option of forged internals. So that's good. Yeah, no, let's go with this one. That's kind of nice. So 75, 75. Sounds good. And single overhead cam, 4 valve, because that's so high tech. Full alloy. And here we're going. So this is going to be the budget version. As you can see, it's underboard and understroked. And it has 3 liters. Yeah, exactly. So this one will rev to the moon and still produce pretty good amounts of power with its standard components. Very cheap. Very cheap for a V12. It can have probably 10 compression. Maybe 10.5? 10.5, I would guess. And we rev it to a cam profile of... Oh, okay, no forged components in this one. 75? Yeah, that sounds about right. All the quality, naturally aspirated, injection, multi-point. And... No, it's too large! Arrgh! Oh, why is it too large? It has this snorkel here, which is... Can we get rid of it? Twin, maybe throttle. Yes, throttle per cylinder does it. Perfect. Okay, throttle per cylinder because it's awesome. Budget version gets the throttle per cylinder. And standard intake? No, performance intake. Still running on 91. And this one is going with 13.0. And an ignition timing of 75. It revs to 8,000, maybe? 8,500? That would be high. Quality 7. Short cast? That's rather terrible. But then again, that's what we are. Catalytic converter freeway. Do we need high flow? I don't think we do. A single straight through and none. And that's it. Let's see. Oh yes, that's a really nice curve overall. And now just drop this by 1. And up this by 1. And we are golden. Smoothness is decently high, but pretty low overall. Can we get higher reliability by dropping this a bit? Yeah, we don't need to be that far beyond the maximum. There we go. This is more than enough. 8,200. Pretty good for a budget engine. V12 budget engine. It isn't very expensive. Just 1,500 material costs. Engineering time is super long. But that will be cut significantly with all the familiarity ratings, which now are obvious to be not inside here because we haven't built this with anything fancy whatsoever. Is the power correct? No, it isn't. 74. Nah, we do want to have the extra power, don't we? Like this. Okay, so that's variant number 1, yeah. And we're going with manual. Could go for sequentially 6 ratios because no, let's go with 5 for the budget variant. And now we are maxing this one. Do we want to go with 75 here or get it to something crazy like this? I mean, it revs so high that at 2,000 you're still down here somewhere and can accelerate up to 8. Never have to shift. That will get the spottiness rating through the roof. That's for certain. Could go with viscous to have any diff. Nah, it's not needed. It isn't needed. Sports tires, yep. And do we have to go much larger? I don't want to go much larger, because that is bad for downforce, or the lack thereof. It will give a lot of lift. The higher the body is, the more lift you get. And larger wheel diameter lifts the overall body up from the ground, so I don't want this to happen. We do want to have big tires. Is this enough? Maybe it is. Depends on how much weight is on top, right? 50, 40, 35. Yes, 35 full alloy. Looks fancy. Vented discs, 2. No, do we need 2 piston? We can make it cheap maybe. Because the weight distribution is so much in the rear that we don't need massive brakes. And we can put a lot of brake rotor in here. So that should be fine. Yep, let's go with this one. And then semi-clad. And double the cooling. Yeah, about-ish. Adds so much area though. Just look at this. It's terrible. Maybe we do want to disregard the bonus here and just go with extra speed. Yep. Let's try this. So basic, entertainment none, and what more do we want? Power steering, anti-lock braking system. It would be really, really nice to get the stability thingy. Because then we can go with a pretty aggressive sportiness tuning and still get back a lot of drivability from this. That's basically what it does. It looks at where the handling is and then brings it 75% back to drivable for the drivability test. That's what it does. And the safety. Standard safety, we don't need more. And no quality in this one, I hope. It's not required. This one will take so much time. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Definitely standard springs here. And gas mono, yeah, we're going cheap. We're going cheap. Passive. Ooh. What is going on here? This one does need more grip in the rear. Less in the front. There we go. Turned over. Sportiness really high. And the car overall is rather low. Let's tune it first. It wants to give us really big rear springs. A bit too much to my taste. But the damper stiffness seems to be set up correctly. Yeah, that's better. Bottoming out is a problem. Let's get rid of that first. Whoa, that was too far. Okay, drivability 50, sportiness 54. So far, so good. Let's take a look at the brakes. Oh, okay. Yeah, they need a little bit of tuning. And that tuning isn't enough. So let's back it off to 300, but 2 pistons. That's about right. And here we can back it off to 300 with 1 piston. 320. Sounds good. Yeah, is there anything else? What about the gearing? Oh, that's a lot of top speed we got there. So amp this one up a bit more and get this back into normal territory. What is our... Oh, the acceleration isn't that beautiful, but we have lots of room. So let's pull this one back to something more reasonable. Oh yes, 5.5 seconds now. That's better. And what do the markets say? Well, it's a fun car, it's a light sports car, it's a track car. Yeah, this variant definitely is a track car, there's nothing in it. And a sports budget car. Yep, sounds about right, so I would say let's name it. Okay, naming done. And what do we need to do now? Well, we need to produce a proper premium sports car now. And for that, let's clone it. And maybe let's clone this engine too first. And then see if we can't get it a bit more powerful now that we have the option to. Take a look at this. Yes! Oh, so much more power. out of the same block. We cheated. But maybe we don't want to have all that stroke. 3 point. Do we want to go? Oh, we want to rev high. Oh yeah, that shows nicely in the pistons here, as you see. What do we need to go to in order? There's the brake for reliability. We can go higher in quality overall if we wanted to, but that costs too much engineering time, which already is pretty high. But I think 3.5 liter will be fine. It's just a little bit of reliability. No, it's one reliability we're losing. No. Okay. We are going with 3.4 liters instead. And from here, what do we need? Oh no, we're going forged internals. Of course, forged internals. So 3.9 liters, forged, steel and forged. And there we have it. Much better. I'll amp this one up even more to 80. And more compression. And more revs. And more exhaust. Yes. Whoa, okay. This one is getting a little scary. What more do we need? Do we want to put on some proper exhaust? Ah, this is only taking 9 horsepower, so... Oh, 9... Yeah, it's 9 horsepower. It isn't too bad. Let's keep this one on. So what more do we have? Anything else that needs to be optimized? A bit of ignition timing here and there. This is revving a bit too high, though. I think this should do. Okay. Very nice performance curve overall. That's that will give very good ratings for sportiness. And this one isn't the clone, but the premium. Oh yeah, that looks a lot different. And this is going to be a fast car. 6 gears. That makes tuning it a little bit easier. Wheel spin just 5.9%. That's what we like to see. Ah yes. Ah yes. 4.3 seconds. And up the brakes slightly. We do need a bit more capacity in there. 29.8 meters brake distance. That's very good. And the cooling needs to be upped. We don't want to kill the engine. 76.1. Ah, brilliant. But this will change a few things. Do need the premium interior and... Oh, yeah, the premium. And let's go with the premium CD. Makes it quite a bit heavier. A lot heavier. But that's worth it. Just look at the comfort and the prestige rating here. That tells you a fair deal. Yeah, overall, this is all good. So how much does the electronic stability give us? Whoa, yeah, that's a lot. But it's just not worth it in time. See, that's 10 months worth of extra effort. Alright, the ride height is fixed. And now, I think what I'm going to do is make one hypercar, maybe? Supercar? Let's call it a supercar. It's not really going to be hyper. And here we are going with... What are we going with? Luxury. And luxury. High, very high ratings. Maybe even this one. Prestige is through the roof with this one. Reliability sucks though. Yeah, maybe that's a good option. Don't really care about this one as long as it doesn't turn over. And cooling is still fine. What do the markets say? Sport, super, yeah, it's very nicely rated as a supercar. And we can have a big markup on this one without any troubles whatsoever. We just need to make sure to not encroach too far into the GT Premium segment, because we are already covered in that. Okay, that's fair enough though. No, wait, we have to add the muscle cars. So now comes the muscle car thing. We do need to clone this one. And let's build a muscle car. And this one will need a new family engine. It's a V8 and full alloy and large. What about 6 liters? 6 liters sounds about right. Doesn't have to rev. Standard components, we want to keep it cheap. Alright, engine done, but it's dying. It's dying really bad. It's too large. It's just too large. And it's knocking horribly. There's a lot more to change. Okay, we are producing 370 horsepower with this one. And that's with a completely choked exhaust. That's looking better. 372, yes, 392 horsepower. Quite a lot out of the standard version, but I mean 6 liters. 6 liters is a lot of capacity. So what do we do against those things? They are just dying. Maybe we're straight. Yeah, let's produce just one engine out of this. And that would be with forged and steel. Wow, not even that one can tame it. That doesn't bode well. We have to cut the... Oh yes, there we go. 6, 7, 4, 3. There is the limit. Maybe I want to lower the cam profile even more. But it takes out so much power. I think 35 would be okay. I don't want this one to be all wheel spinny and shit. So can give it a bit more fuel octane. And here we go. Okay, 380 horsepower. And do we need anything else? This is set up properly. This can be dropped a little bit. More grunt down low. Ah, losing too much power. And we're good. Loudness 60 is about right. And now manual. We can go with an automatic for this, as it's... Nah, that takes too much sportiness out of it. For the muscle car, needs lots of prestige, so let's go with this. What's going on here? That's bad. Okay. Need to reset the graphs. Need more brakes. The wheel spin is fine. It's just as fast as our super / hypercar, but not quite as refined, I would think. And oh yeah, and it doesn't have the extra weight from all the fancy extras. Alright, so let's just name the engine and then make a premium version out of it. Yes, I'm seeing the bottoming out, so I shall correct that too. So now we have the muscle car, and let's make a muscle premium out of it. And of course, correct for the bottoming out. And let me check if this one, the one we built previously, has anything else we should put into it. Maybe we should go with slightly better interior here. Like a premium interior on this one too, and no entertainment. Just to bump it up a little bit in prestige, because that's so important. And entertainment none certainly sucks ass for a car like this. We're not making a pony car after all, so let's go back to the premium and see, maybe put the luxury version into this one. Yes, lots of prestige. Let's take a look at the markets. This one should be doing well. Oh yeah, muscle car without... how much do we have here? Desirability is pretty high. But competitiveness is just 82, so this is just passing as a muscle car. Maybe we can sell it as a standard sports car as well. Yeah, they are kind of picky in Gazmir. They want some crazy shit. And also our prestige score is very low. So they just don't like VA. There's something wrong with this one though. Just look at the reliability. I think the cooling is insufficient, so we do need to fix this. That is terrible. Maybe that's why they kind of hate this car. Where's the cooling? Here it is. Oh yeah, that is bad. That's really bad. This one can get a little bit more cooling. This, muscle premium, and the muscle one as well. And then we are ready to get into engineering. These figures look much more appropriate, I think. Yes, definitely they do. Did we give the LS Super and LS Premium enough cooling? No, yeah, we must have done that, because this is basically the same interior and shit, which takes away from reliability, and it's still looking good. So let's fund this one more, because it's a hell of a project, and then give it more reliability. 4 years. Yes, 4 years, like this. And we do the same here. Oh, shit. That's a lot of engineering going on here. Yeah. Still decent reliability overall. And, oh, what I can do, of course, is I save them for this project. So now we have that. And can increase it further. 4 years, yes. And here we have Max Janssons. Oh, yes. Oh, no. He has lost his portrait. Oh, no. Look at that. Ah, he probably turned old, and now he has his passport is missing. So that's a bummer. Or maybe he's dead already, and we just didn't notice. So 4 years. Oh, he cut a lot of time out of this. That's great. Oh, 75, 72. Ooh, looking good. And now for the dash, for the production. So we do have a large, and it's just large ones, so we can amp up the production a lot. Cool, let's do that. We have a large one. We want to produce it out of a large 3. Oh yes, a large 3. That is looking good. And here we need a large 2, I would assume. Or maybe not quite. Maybe a large 1 is fine. Let's see. Large 1 there as well. Oh, no, that is not fine. That is certainly not fine. We do need a large 2 at least. And there we go, okay. 1.2, 2.4, okay. That's the problem here. And we do want to produce the following vehicles. Let's see, let's say more of these. And let's lock this. Fewer of these. Something like this. LS base, quite a few of these. Let's lock this. And muscle premiums, not quite as many. Yeah, something around this would make sense, I guess. Metric car 1.3 and 2.6. That's a lot. So that tells me the following. We should maybe go here and change factory sizes. Which engine is this one building? Huh, good question. Should kind of tell you. Somewhere. Don't remember where it does that. Oh no, that's the car factory. Which one is this? Ah, here it tells you that. So this one needs the 2. And this one needs 1, I guess. See, no! Which one is freaking out? Oh, okay, it was the other way around, of course. Damn it. So, this one needs the 2. This one needs the 1. And now it's not complaining. So 2.2 and 2.6. Okay, that's much better. And there we go. Yep, it's all working out. Let's see. Woo! Woo! It's a lot of demand, but no markups. That is of course a reason for it. And what do we have here? Let's go with, for the supercar, like 150. For the premium, we could go with 80, and for the base with 40. Let's say 50. For the muscle car, we go with 60. 80 and 120 maybe? Yes, and then we just see how they sell and which markets they are encroaching into and so on. Oof, that would be a big thing to manage. But the production should be rolling soon. Let's see. Wow, grand total almost 4.7 billion. But break even within 18 months. Not too bad. So let's start this. And I think we are almost done. We are almost done. We only need to make the Pico and then we are free. So I think next episode we are quickly going to design the new Pico based on the new super tiny body we found. We just got access to. And then also advance and see how all these productions kick in and manage to get into complete chaos because it's just too much to manage. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed and see you next time!